Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you for joining our e-training today. We are having a session on Quizlet with Sister Siti Fatimah from QLD Gambang. So let's start our session by reciting Surah Al-Fatihah. Yeah, I'll hand over the session to Sister Siti Fatimah to start her training on Quizlet. Okay, over to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Sister Afifah, our host for today. Assalamualaikum and good evening to all of you. How are you today? I wish all of you are in good health. I know we are busy with our trial run for these 2 weeks, but thank you everyone for still managed to join the training despite our busy schedule, right? All right, so I wish you the best and may Allah ease the process of learning. I know it's already too late for me, but I still want to wish all of you Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Maaf Zahir Batin. May Allah accept our ibadah and good deeds. All right. So can you hear me? All right.
Yes.
All of you can hear me.
Yep.
All right. Let me share my screen first. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay, thank you so much. All right. So today, I am going to share about Quizlet gamification.
Not recording? Are we recording?
Not yet, at least. Are we recording now, sister?
No. Anyone recording? Thank you.
Yeah, we have simultaneous recording because we are streaming on YouTube. It's also recording over there, but I'll prepare a backup over here also. All right, so don't worry. Okay.
All right. So we continue with Quizlet gamification in language learning. I believe most of us already heard or even used this platform in the class with their student, right? So for those who are teaching language, this is the best platform that will help us as an educator, especially during this time, like during this remote teaching and learning. Because if we look more into the Quizlet, we can discover that it's not only offer us games, just like Kahoot and quizzes, but it has more features than that. And later, inshallah, we will find out what are the features of Quizlet that can be applied, especially in language learning. But if you're not teaching language, don't worry, you can still use all the features available in this platform that I will share later, inshallah. So let's take a look at what are we going to learn today. All right. I divide my presentation into two parts. This side is for the theory, like the brief information or introduction to get to know this platform. And the other one is the part where we do the practical part. Okay. So first, what is Quizlet? So it is an introduction to Quizlet where we will get to know what actually this platform is all about and a little bit background about this platform. All right. Second, we will learn why do we use Quizlet. All right. In this section, we are going to know the purpose of using this platform in teaching and learning, and we will also learn about the function of Quizlet here. All right. So moving on to the practical side, we are going to learn how to set up account, get started with Quizlet, and also we will discover the function and also the features that we can use it in our classroom later. And lastly, we will end our session today with a Q&A session. All right. So if you have any question, you can ask through the chat box in our Google meeting, or you can unmute your microphone. All right. So let's take a look at what is Quizlet. So I'm going to show you what is Quizlet by using the Quizlet itself. So I'm going to click here. All right. it will bring me to the Quizlet page. So this is the home page of the Quizlet that I clicked before. So now this is what the Quizlet actually look like. One of the feature is we can study the term and definition just like we're reading note. Okay, but it's like more interactive way. Okay, let's take a look at this. So I'm gonna open this with full screen. So this is the term, and if you want to see the definition, you can just click here. It's just like a flashcard, right? Digital flashcard. All right. So what is Quizlet? Quizlet is a free website providing learning tools for students, including flashcard, study, and games mode. All right. So the first thing that we have to know is Quizlet is actually free website. Yes, it's actually free for all users. But if you want to access to more additional features or more additional function, you have to upgrade the account to the premium version. But for me, I believe that free version is more than enough for us, especially when we don't use Quizlet for our main platform in our teaching and learning. All right, so it's a free website providing learning tools for students. So later we will see what is the learning tools provided by Quizlet, including flashcard, study, and games mode. All right, next is who started Quizlet. Right, this is a basic history about Quizlet. It started with Andrew Sutherland. All right, so here I want to show you. If you don't know how to pronounce the name of this guy, Quizlet offer you audio function where it can read for you. So if you want to listen to what is written here, you can just click on the audio button here and it will read for you.
It started with Andrew Sutherland, who created a studying tool to help him ace a French vocabulary test.
All right, so can you listen to the voice?
Yes.
Oh, okay, alhamdulillah. So, another function of Quizlet is that it can help you with pronunciation. All right. So, this guy, this Andrew, was a second year student when he started to with the Quizlet to help him study French. So, later on, more and more students are using this platform in their lesson or in their teaching and learning. All right. Let's move back to the slide. All right. Why do we use Quizlet in teaching and learning? Right, Quizlet is actually helps students to always getting engaged with the lesson or material, whether they are in or outside the classroom. You can always use this inside or outside the classroom. Okay, the student can do the self-studying by themselves when they are using Quizlet. All right. So the reason why we choose this platform is that first, students really love it. Okay, students love Quizlet. If you use Quizlet in the class before, you can see that most of students, they will get excited when we mention that we are going to play Quizlet, right? So as we discussed before, Quizlet was actually founded by a student who was looking for a better way to study, to remember or memorize his lesson. And he managed to master the lesson by using this platform. Okay, so it shows that the features in Quizlet really help the student to enjoy their study effectively. Okay, next, it is free and easy to use. Right, as we mentioned before, Quizlet is free for all users, unless if you want to access to some premium features or upgrade our account to teachers, then we have to pay some fees for that. But if you want to stick with free version, I think it's still more than enough. We can still get most of the features available in this platform. We don't have to upgrade unless you really want to make a full use of it, right? And it's easy. From the sign up to creating the set of topics, it is very simple and easy for both students and teachers. Please be reminded, not only the teachers can create their own study set, the student also can do the same. So they can actually practice self-studying by using this app. All right. Finally, user-friendly interface. Okay, so Quizlet is an user-friendly website for both student and also the teacher. they can create their own cards. They can choose any study mode that they prefer. And we can also play different types of games available. Let me show you. All right. So we can choose study modes available here, and we can also play different types of game available in Quizlet. Okay. When students, when they are study or taking tests in Quizlet, they can also choose or control the number of questions that they want to answer and how they want to answer it, whether in terms or definition. And there is also mode that allows instant feedback for each question, meaning that when the student answer a question, it will immediately provide them with instant feedback. It will provide them with result whether they are answering it wrongly or correctly. So they will know which part they have to focus or to improve in their study. Right. So let's get started with Quizlet. Let's take a look of what are we going to learn today. First one is just like any other platform, we have to sign up for an account first to get access to some material in it. And then we will move to searching for content created by others. The reason why I want to show you others' content first is that it will make your work easier if you can find any materials or resources that match or suit with your content, and you don't have to create your own set. Just search for other content first, and I believe you will find one at least, because in Quizlet we have about billion or millions of sets available, right? So next we will play Quizlet live, and then we will learn how to create our own material. It is the place where we, teacher and also students, can generate our own contents. It is here where we can organize the materials and adding interactive features in it. So it can appear more interesting rather than using traditional flashcard or paper notes. Next, we are going to learn how to arrange the file into the folder. All right. So finally, we will see the practical part of this. Right. So first step is we want to sign up with Quizlet. What you can do is just type Quizlet here. Okay, and take the first one. Okay, this one I already signed up. I'm gonna log out first to show you how to sign up. Okay, so we have this homepage for Quizlet. When you type Quizlet.com, it will give you this page. All right, so how to sign up? First, we go to the page, to this page, and then we click on sign up. If you already have a Quizlet account, you can just log in here. And if you don't have, you just click on sign up. All right. So there are three options for you to choose when you want to sign up. You can choose to sign up with Google, or you can also choose to sign up with Facebook if you want to link your Quizlet account with Facebook. And you can also using other email account. Okay, but for me, recommend all of you to use your Google email, because I know all of us has already have our own IIUM email, right? So we just continue with Google so that we don't have to remember separate password for this website. And also we can also link this account to our Google Classroom easily later, right? So we can share the material to our Google Classroom. Okay, so continue with Google. All right. So this is like the home page for Quizlet. Okay. So reason is what I studied recently and what I am searching, what I searched recently. So it will appear here. Okay. Next, we will learn how to searching for content created by others. Okay. Well, actually, if you don't want to create your own set, because sometimes we don't have time to do it. So you can just search for material that already available in the Quizlet. It actually has more than 100 180 million pieces of content from thousands of topics actually. So you can use Quizlet without creating your own content, because most of the topics are available here. And if you don't find it not sufficient, if you find it not matched to your lesson, you can just adjust it later. Okay, you can actually customize other content also. For content, just click here, search, and then you can just type here whatever keyword or topic or subject that you want to teach. So if you make it specific, it is better, because the result will come out just as what you want. All right. So let's say, for example, we want to study, or we want to teach the students about. Okay, let's look for the topic that is general to us. I'm gonna type here COVID-19. Right. So just click enter. Right. So here is a list of results that will be available after you after you search for the content. So you can actually filter the result based on your preference, most relevant or most recent. And this is also the filter that is available, but just leave it like that. I think the filter is already enough for us. All right, so how to choose the set? You can actually look here. The first set, it has 36 terms, all right? The second set, it has 10 terms. So which one do you want to choose? You can choose whatever you want, all right? But let's just say we want to study only 10 terms, because 36 is too much for us. Okay, just click on this. All right, it will bring us to this page. All right. So if we scroll down here, we can see a list of terms and definition available. Okay, this is the term, and this is the definition, and this is the picture of it. Right. So we can actually just read from here, or we want to study it by flashcard. That I will show it later for you. All right. So we already choose our topic today, which is COVID-19. So how to share with your class? First one is, if you can see the icon here, this is the icon to add set to the class or to the folder. Okay, let's say you want to add this set to the folder. Okay, just click on the add, and then if you have the class in your Quizlet, you can just add this to the class. But if you don't have the class and you want to add the folder, let's say you are teaching Arabic and you are teaching science, for example, you are teaching English and you are teaching other subject, then you can manage the Quizlet, the set into specific folder. Let's say, for example, COVID-19 is under general study, right? So I'm gonna just add one more folder, general study. Okay, then, all right, and then COVID-19 is already under general study. Okay, so let's open it back. All right, so here, what can you do is, with this set, you can customize it. What is customize? You customize is when you want to use the set that is created by other, but you want to add some more content on your own. Let's say this is the set created by others. Okay, it has how many terms? 10 terms, right? Right. But you think this is not enough. You want to add additional terms on your own. All right. So what can you do is you just click on the customize that I clicked just now, and then you scroll down until you find add card. Okay, so just click on the add card. You just can add another term that is on your own. Let's say, for example, this set of card, it doesn't have social distancing, for example. Okay, all right. When you write down the word here, Quizlet will provide you some suggestion. Okay, social distancing. All right. So you just click if it matches with your word. Okay, and then the definition. And Quizlet also will offer you some definition to your terms. So you can choose whatever definition that suits your terms. All right, I'm going to choose the first one. And you can also add image. Okay, click on the image, right? Your own image, you have to upgrade your account, meaning that you have to pay for some amount of money for it. But I think the image provided by Quizlet here is already enough. So we can just choose this. All right. And then we click on create. So we have, all right. So we have our new set of study. This is the set that we combine that is created by other and created by us. All right. Let's take a look at folders. Okay. Okay. What else can we do is we can share this set. Okay, how to share it? If you want your student to study about COVID-19, for example, you can send this set to them by email. The email one by one. So the best way to share is just copy the link. You can copy this link and then paste it to your WhatsApp group or your IIUM or Google Classroom, or you can share it directly to your Google Classroom by clicking on this. All right. So here in the three dots here, what can you see is scores. What is the meaning of scores here? It will record the winner for each games. Let's say you want to play the game for this set, and if you win, if you can answer as fast as possible, your name will appear here. All right. And the next, what you can do is you can actually print. You can actually print the flashcard available here, even it is if you want digital one, you want to distribute it by paper to your student, you can print it and you can choose layout that you want. Like for example, table, this one is table, and then glossary, just like this, the term and definition, picture and also the definitions, small, okay, the term and definitions here, or large, or index card, okay, just like a traditional flashcard, right, to set. Okay, next one is, what can you do is, you want to combine, here, if you want to combine this set with your own set, okay, you can just click combine, meaning that this is the set that is created by other, right? So you have your own set, like for myself, I have one set, I have two sets. So if you want to combine both, you can just click here. Let's say for example, okay, so if you click on go, it will combine, it will become 12. It will become 12 terms, okay, because we combine both of the set together, right? Okay. Okay, let's take a look at
A sudden rise in the
study
incidence
mode.
of a disease.
What is this? Okay, let's take a look at study modes and also play and also games mode that is available in the Quizlet. So if you want to study, you can choose any modes or any types of studies that you want. Okay, let's take a look at it, but one by one. Okay, the first one is flashcard. So if you click
A
on the
sudden rise in the incidence of a disease.
will read for you. Okay, you can see there is flashcard here in progress. Progress means that how many set or how many terms have you read and how many terms how many definition have you read. All right, if you can see the option here, you can answer with term or definition. You can choose to answer with definition or with term. You can turn off the audio also, but I will recommend you to just turn on the audio. All right,
Outbreak.
automatically read it to you. This is the term, and if you want to see the definition, just click the card.
A sudden rise in the incidence of a disease.
All right.
Outbreak.
Okay, the sound is automatically played. But if you don't want if you don't want to click one by one, you want it to play just like a video, just click on the play here.
A sudden rise in the incidence of a
All right.
disease.
So you don't have to click anything. It will just move
Virus.
like a video. Okay, if you want to stop, just
A
click it back.
tiny, non-living particle that invades and then reproduces inside a living cell.
All right. So you can see the progress here. We already read 2 terms and definition, right? Next, let's take a look at learn mode. Okay, click here. Okay,
To identify a disease through symptoms.
right. It actually look like tests, objective tests. Your student can answer and see how much they familiar or how much they master the set or the lesson, right? If you click the option here, you can answer. You can choose to answer with terms, or you want to answer with definition, or you can even choose the question types. You want flashcard or written question or multiple choice question. I'm gonna choose all of it. Okay. So how to answer this? To identify disease through the symptom. What is the correct answer? Diagnose. Right.
The number
So
of deaths per thousand.
okay, you can answer it by yourself later. But if you see here, the remaining the remaining means that the card or the question that you haven't answered yet. The familiar, it means that you the question that you get correct, right? There we have right. Okay,
A
what is
special liquid that kills bacteria on your skin.
right? What is right? For right mode, student have to write down what they hear from the audio just now. Right? Okay, you can continue. Okay, but here we already know the answer, right? Let's say, for example, I'm gonna write hand sanitizer. Okay,
Able to be passed easily from one person to another.
the answer, if you know. All right, but here the difficult part is that for us who teach Arabic or tilawah, okay, because we play with Arabic word, okay. So the student have to answer with harakat. If you put harakat means baris. If you put baris like fathah, dhammah, kasrah, baris atas, baris bawah kan. So it's better for them to choose other. Alright, can zoom. This one cannot zoom in. Alright, so in URL here, before the word mesh, you can type MICRO, micro mesh, and then you click enter. Right? So it will appear, the term and definition will appear like this. So you don't have to drag, you just have to click. Start to set profile. Okay, this is the vaccine. Okay, then just click here. Okay, just click. You don't have to drag it. Okay, and it will appear bigger than before, right? So it's up to you which one you want to choose. Right? Back. The second one is gravity. Gravity is also a time-based game where we have to, okay, let's see. You can choose, you want to study all, or start mean that you choose some words or some terms that you want to focus on. Okay, how to answer with definition or answer with term. Okay, let answer with term only, because if you answer with definition it will be too long. Okay, and you can choose the level of difficulties also. We have easy, medium and hard, and just choose medium. All right, so how do we play the game? The steroid here will fall. Before it will write the answer to get better. What is to get better? Alright, if you don't know the answer, you can just let it slide. Later it will give you the correct answer. You just have to copy it. Okay, let's say I don't know the answer. Okay, I just let it slide. Okay, what is to get better? Okay, recover. So just copy the correct answer. Just write down. And then enter. Summarize in the incidence of disease. What is it? Let's say you don't know also the answer, then just let it slide. Okay, if you know the answer, you can type here, right? You can pause also. You can discover yourself by yourself after this, right? And the last mode, the last type of game is Quizlet Live. Okay, this is what the student love the most. Right, let's click here. Let's play the game. We click on create game. Okay, before this, students have to play in the group. Okay, if you are familiar with Quizlet, you can see that there are only one option to play this game. That it is that you have to play in the group, meaning that students have to sit in the group to answer the question. But for now, because after the remote teaching, after the online teaching and learning, Quizlet has upgraded the features for this type of game where you can play the game in the team or individually. So it's easier for students because they can answer the question on their own. Because it is difficult for them to sit in the group when they do online learning, right? So here I'm also gonna select individuals learning, individuals type of game. Okay, so how would you like to play? You want the student to look for the terms, or you want student to look for the definition? For me, I'm just gonna choose the first one. Select. Or you can share the game link to your WhatsApp group, or you can also ask your student to just scan this QR code. Okay, for individual game, you just have to wait for 2 players. But if you choose the group, you have to wait at least 4 players for you to start the game. Right, so yes, you can enter the group now. Let's play this game first to see how this game works. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Right? Okay, sorry, sir. I miss your the robot can read Arabic. Yes, it can read Arabic, English, Mandarin. Can read 18 languages so far. Okay, 1 minute left. Those who are on YouTube Live also can join the game. I'm just gonna wait until 2:38. Alright, so let's get started. We have the 2 players here. The other can watch how they play. Alright, let's start. Okay, so you have your own nickname. Dal is tiger and Sil dolphins. Okay, so we're just gonna start the game. question without any wrong answer. Okay, so the game will be stopped only if we found if we so it is so if you get one question wrong, you have to start all over again. Even if you already answer 9 questions correctly and at the last question you get it wrong, you have to start from the beginning. So that's why it is recommended for you to stick with minimum number of terms when you create your own set. Right. Okay, exit game. Alright, now we will learn how to create our own set, okay, our own content. Okay, let's say we don't want to use others' content. We just want to create our own study sets because we have our own syllabus, for example. So what can we do is just click on the create. Okay, it will bring you to this page. Alright. So what can you do is just write down the title. Say for example, sorry, I'm teaching Arabic, so I'm just gonna go with Arabic, but it will be simple for you. Okay, let's say I want to teach transportation in Arabic, so I'm just gonna write al-muwasalat. Okay, so description you can just leave it like that, or you can, if you want to add some description also you can do so. Address al-muwasalat. All right, so here we can see import from Word, Excel or Google Docs. So if you already have your own set of flashcard or set of term and definition in your file, like in Word or in Excel or Google Docs, you can just import from those files. You don't have to write down here one by one. Okay, let's say if I already have my own set from Word, so I just click here. Okay, this is the set that I already prepared from Microsoft Word. So I'm just gonna copy. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste it here. Okay, when you paste your terms and definition here, it will automatically appear in the term and definition. So you just so you don't have to write down one by one. Okay, in the term we have in Arabic and in English, right? But if you don't have your own set, you can just write one by one. Okay, let's say cancel import. You want to write it down one by one. Okay, you can just enter the term. Let's say because now we are teaching Arabic, right? So I'm gonna write sayara. So it will provide you with some suggestion. Just click here, and you have to choose the language, right? What language is this? Arabic, right? And if you click on enter definition here, it will provide you with a list of suggestion for definition. So sayara means car, right? So I'm just gonna click here and choose language English. All right, and then if you want to put image, you can also put upload the image. Just click here. Okay, the suggestion will appear here. We have green car, red car. So I'm just gonna go with the first one. Alright, so done. Just simple as that. But if you are a teacher, if you upgrade your account to teacher, you can color your text here by using a different type of color, and you can also underline it. You can also put some audio in it. Okay, if you upgrade your account. So how many terms can we add to this set? Here we have, if you scroll down here, it only provides us 5. But we can still add it, right? So how many terms can you add in Quizlet? Well, actually, you can add as many as you want. Even you want to put the whole dictionary in it, you can also do so, right? Because it has no limit. But we learned just now that you can print the set, your study set, right? But if you want to print, you have to make up until 500 terms only, okay? But I will only recommend you to stick with only 10 to 12 terms for each set. Why? Because when we learn language, it is better to have a small amount of words for student to learn at one time, right? And the limitation is actually helps you to play the games later, because just now we play the Quizlet, right? When you get one question wrong, when you get one answer wrong, you have to start all over again. Imagine if you have 100 term, how long have the teacher have to wait for you to finish the game, right? So it's better for us to stick with the lesser amount. So you can just finish this. Let's say Sayara, for example, and the next is Shahina. I will give you a suggestion here. Just put the image. All right. So let's say I just want to make it only 2 terms. Okay, you can just create. Okay, after you finish create, you can directly send it to your student by email or by copy link and give them to WhatsApp group or share on Google Classroom also, right? Or you want to add to class or folder, just add on folder, Arabic level 2. All right, so it will appear in your folder. Right, so we are done with searching for material and create our own set of study. Next is I'm just going to show you one additional feature of Quizlet, which you can add. You can also add a label. Add and label a diagram, meaning that you don't have to write the term and definition. You can add a picture, right? For let's say, for example, choose an image. I have image in my document. I'm gonna teach, let's say for example, I'm gonna teach body parts. So in the title here, I'm gonna just write autism. All right. So you don't have to write down the term and definition here. Just click on the part that you want to teach. Let's say for example, this one is hair, right? Just write down Sharon. This language, this Arabic. Right? Just add. Okay. So the student, when they study, they will know automatically. Sharon means hair, right? You can just add. This one is Usunun. Add here, okay. You can add the terms here later. You can try it on your own. All right. So for the practical part, do you have any question? I think that's all for the practical part.
Tim,
Yes.
just now earlier in the training, Kak Azhar was asking if we can link it to Google Classroom. Can you show us how to do that?
All right. All right. Let's say I want my student to study about this, about COVID-19, and I want to share it to my Google Classroom, to the set, and click on the set just now. And here, if you scroll down, you can find these icons. Click here at the share. All right, and just click on share on Google Classroom. Okay, so it will link it automatically to your Google Classroom if you sign your Google Chrome with your Google account. Okay, and then just choose which class we want to share it with. Let's say I want to share this set to e-learning group 3. Okay, choose action. Okay, you can choose if you want to create assignment or ask question or make announcement. So I'm just gonna make an announcement. Okay, so just click go. Okay, let's say you tell the student, please study this set before the class. Okay, and then you just post it to our student, and it will be posted to your class. All right, is that clear? Yes, it's already appear here. Oh, I'm not presenting, sorry. All right. Okay. So do you have any question before we move to the last agenda? Last thing. All right. Okay. Okay, all right. So here I want to show you how to use Quizlet as a tool of engagement. We already learned how to create our own set. We already learned how to look for other content. Now, we want to know how to use this in our classroom. Here we are going to discuss about Quizlet as a tool of engagement, meaning that how do we engage students in our lesson, or how do we make students participate in learning by using Quizlet, because we already know the technical part of Quizlet. Okay, so how do we make our students to engage with Quizlet? My first suggestion is that we assign a student or a group to create a set of topic. The student will do the preparation, and what we as a teacher do, we can just monitor the content that they will create, because not only the teacher can create the content in Quizlet, the student also can do so. So how do we do it? First, we assign the student or a group of students a topic that we are going to teach in the next class. Like for example, in the next class we want to teach them reading comprehension, for example. Okay, any article or any text related to the topic, and then ask them to list out the word that they don't understand from the article. So they have to look for the meaning and create the set on their own in the Quizlet. Okay, let me show you the example. Right. Wait. Right. Alright, for example, in the next class, you are going to teach this topic, a ship in the storm. Okay, we have one essay or one story here. Okay, you give this to a student or a group of students, and then ask them to read this and look for the word that they don't understand. Let's say, for example, they read this and they find like a word that they don't understand. There's like reading, vessel, and they don't understand, and then they list out this word, and they go to the Quizlet, and they will create the new set of flashcard from the topic. All right. So after they have done creating the set, they can share it with their class, or they can share the link with the student. So before the class, the student can study the set first, and when the class starts, teacher don't have to explain the words. They're already familiar with the word, right? Right. So next is okay. That one is for English. You can do the same for Arabic and also for Malay. For Tilawah also you can do the same. Actually, as Ustaz, you can give a student a page of Al-Quran, and then you can ask or assign them to find any hukum tajwid, like Nun Sakina or Mim Sakina, and then they will go to create the study set, and they will just write. Let's say, for example, you give them a page of Al-Quran, right? So they write down here the word from that page. Like for example, Ghafurun Rahim. Sorry, Ghafurun Rahim. All right. So here in the definition part, they can read. They can write hukum tajwid. What is Ghafurun Rahim? Hujram. Bila guna, right? Guna. Okay. So they can create their own set of lesson by using a page that you assign to them. Right. The next way to engage is by playing a mesh game or hosting a Quizlet live, like we did before. In the games, we have mesh, gravity, and also live, right? Yeah. So when we finish the lesson, we ask the student to go for mesh or gravity to see who can score the highest. Ask them to compete among their classmates. The winner is the one who can finish the fastest, right? So here they will try their best to win the mesh because it's a game. They like the game, right? Same goes to Quizlet Live. Okay, Quizlet also, teacher can conduct the game in the classroom individually or in a group. All right. The last one, Quizlet as a tool of engagement is that they can do self-studying or self-testing. This is actually a great feature of Quizlet where teacher don't have to control or monitor everything that the student learn because they can actually study on their own or even testing themselves. Let's say just now we assign the student to create a topic, right? So they create a topic on the essay we give them just now. Okay, so before the class, they can study on their own based on their study preference. They can even look for this is their study preference, study mode that they prefer, and they can even look for additional content by clicking on the search. Right, so it will make it easier for the teacher because when the teacher start the class, the student already know some basic information about what they are going to learn, what the teacher is going to teach on that day. Right? Same goes to the test. The student can do the self-testing. Student can practice and test themselves to see if they already master the topic before they actually going to answer a real test. Okay. So Quizlet is actually function as assistant to the teacher. Okay. Um, yes. I believe you have to train, but I believe students they can discover on their own because when you want to create your own set in Quizlet, it's actually very simple. You can just monitor them. You can just show them the basic uh, way on how to create the set. All right. The last one is Quizlet as a platform to language learning. All right. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is using Quizlet as a platform for language learning. Means that what kind of language skills or topic content that you want to teach to your student by using Quizlet. So here is some suggestion. The first one is term and definition. Okay, this one we already talked about. Okay, great. Term and definition. This one we already talked about before. Uh, we already touched before. Sayara car. This is the example of term and definition. The next one is what can we teach by using Quizlet is pronunciation. How do we teach pronunciation? Okay. Quizlet actually offers audio function that really helps students with pronunciation. So it's actually support up to 18 language at the moment. So if you teach English, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, so the audio will support your terms and definition. Okay, except for Malay. For Malay, they don't have the function yet. So yes, you cannot listen to the audio if you're teaching Malay. So let's say, for example, you want to teach the words that has the same pronunciation. So you can use okay, sorry. Wait. Okay, so you can ask them to study the difference between island and Iceland. Okay, so this is how you use Quizlet for teaching pronunciation. The next one is collocation. What is collocation? Okay, this is the example of collocation. It's actually a group of words that always go together. Like for example, like in this card, station. So the collocation is train, power, radio. Train station, power station, radio station. Hall, concert hall, city hall, dining hall. Okay, that same goes to Arabic and also Malay. In Arabic, we can write down here kuratu. Then here kuratu kodam, kuratu tawila, kuratu salah, etc. etc. All right. Next one is we can teach student can use Quizlet by teaching them we can teach them term by using picture. Okay, let's take a look at the example here. You can upload a picture and you don't have to write down the definition. Just click on the picture and the term will appear here. Okay, this is one of the example where you can teach the language. For tilawah also you can do the same. Okay, maybe you want to teach the student makhrajul huruf. Okay, makhraj huruf, tempat keluar huruf, and then you just upload the picture of makhraj, and then you just label which huruf come out from the part of the mouth. Alright, and the last one is sentence structure. How to teach sentence structure? Alright, if you can see here, the term in the set, it show you the correct answer, the correct sentence structure. But here in the definition, it will show you the sentence with it will not arrange in the correct way. So what can the student do is they can go to write. Okay, and here they can practice to arrange the sentence properly. This can be the same with Arabic or Malay or even Tilawah, I believe. Okay, because students have to memorize the surah, right? Okay, so you just can try to do the same thing with your teaching subject. Okay, and we also can do the fill in the blank exercise here. Okay, just write down the sentence here and leave a blank, and then just put the correct answer here. Okay, so I think that's all for me. I hope you can understand my presentation today and apply this to our student better than I am. Okay, so if there are any question you would like to ask, is there any question? Yes.
I think everyone is cannot wait to try this with their students. Juni says very clear and concise presentation. Yes, I agree with her. Okay. It's not that hard to use, right? Because there is this mobile app Quizlet on your phone that you can install, and you can even edit from there. It's even easier because we can also always copy the existing Quizlet, right?
Yes, yes. You can do
We
that
don't have
also.
to start from scratch. Maybe we can just edit them. So give it a try with your students.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, Tim?
Uh, I don't think. So.
Okay. Thank you for your sharing
All right.
session
Thank you
today.
everyone for joining.
It's very clear and it's very smooth today. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining. If you have anything else to ask, you can direct it to Google Classroom and we will try to help you out. So the recording for this session are going to be uploaded by 6 p.m. today on Google Classroom. So let's end our session today by reciting Surah Al-As. Thank you everyone. See you on Thursday.